divers that are coming your direction. And there we go. In the end, Flowers all comes back to the J for it. As waiting in the shadows. Both junglers here, though.
Yep, everybody's ready to party. Kaiwing flashing forward so he can get the headbutt back on Targamas, who already flashed earlier. Remember that. First blood, 3 out of 3
hands of Calist as payment, but CFO don't even get all 3, so they're not even going to get credit towards a feat of
damage to get this finished before anybody on the other side can really make a meaningful punish. So nice sequence.
And actually fight it. Currently, the grubs are getting melted, but positioning for KC does look like they're going to use their teleport advantage. Oh, 2 health!
That he thought it had one more tick with the pet to bring it below the 900 threshold, but it ends up being 2. Q going in, tries to step in front of the Fate Seal to make it so Vladdy can't get back away to the safety of the turret in time, but Vladdy can clear that gap. Junja throws out the wind, becomes lightning, but now he's in danger. Yike with a nice engage. Kana providing the follow-up damage, and Junja's in serious danger. Flashes over the wall to stay alive.
Fairly quickly, but KC move over to contest. Kana's recalling now, so Kana will not show up. All you can do is try and poke steal, and CFO, they're able to get
drive straight into the mid lane. They're gonna race Kana for the bottom lane turret, but nope, there it is. First turret already claimed in mid. The response from KC, putting most of the work into the Drake. He knows he can do it pretty easily. Kaiwing and Targamas off to the side. Junja taking a lot of damage there as the Chains of Corruption don't really find a target. Targamas gonna be in some trouble now as the Dragon is down to 3,000 HP. Vladdy thinking about maybe trying to make an entry into the fight somewhere. Goes over the wall there with the Fate Seal. Meanwhile, the fight up to the top half. The Infernal Drake is already secured by the side of KC. Doggo and the rest of CFO desperately trying to get something back because this has already gone KC's way so far. Rest of the wall thinking about trying to get somebody, but there's no way for him to find any of the health bars. KC's still on the run. They got Soul Point, they got the neutral objective feed, and they got everybody out.
They got everybody out. The towers can't run away, so CFO are at least going to make them pay with an outer tower's worth of gold. I still have my eyes on Doggo. Like, this Sivir is quite rich. The Sivir is on pace.
It doesn't matter how slowly. Nobody from CFO is even in this neighborhood. They will have about a 2,500 gold lead over their opponents. But KC now will see if they can manage to secure anything meaningful out of this voracious Otacon buff.
They want more time on it.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Timer of the Otacon just desynced with this upcoming Dragon battle, as now both sides are squaring off. Vladdy's already started up the Drake. Yone can clear this so fast just on his own with the Blade of the Ruined King. CFO has limited time to step up. Junja jumps over the wall. The Dragon's still at about 4,000 HP. CFO make their way into the pit. Vladdy's going to be the target. Hongq goes for the shuffle, finds Vladdy, but a ton of damage onto Rest, and he's already down. KC taking the fight for now. Ton of damage back into Hongq. He's very low. The Drake slain by Yike and KC as Targamas tries to get away, and Yike goes after Doggo with a flashback over the wall. KC getting it done. Kana misses the accelerated shock blast, but he'll chase down Doggo. It's Infernal Soul plus 3 kills for KC. Hongq jumps right back towards Targamas, and he can't get the kill in time. Kaiwing won't clean it up. It'll be a clean ace plus a Dragon Soul for KC.
The Oyster vision, so you can look for some picks and make the Oysters walk to you.
Junja in some danger now as Targamas goes in, leading the charge for the rest of KC. They pop the enemy jungler, and with Junja down, now there's a ton of danger. Nice shuffle comes out from Hongq, but it's not nice enough. He tries to jump back over the wall. Kaiwing and Rest keep fighting. Doggo's on the very edge of the fight. He can't do anything.
Towards mid tower, but that's too close. Calist doesn't want to let him have anything.
Doggo does not want anything. Any world where CFO can force an engage on him, and all of KC is just buying time for Kana, meanwhile in the mid lane, to take down the tier 2 turret. They're doing a great job with this split push pressure, as we'll see if they can continue just hard forcing now onto the tier 2 in top. CFO, they know that they can't afford to try to stand here. We had 1 kill and a 2,000 gold lead for CFO at about 23 minutes. Now hold on. Targamas is the target for CFO, but that's not really a great target. That almost never works. Junja's going to be in some danger now, too. Press and guard, keeping him in a decent enough spot. Yike on the southern side of the fight as KC still feeling good, and Vladdy's coming in on the flank. Hongq goes in, finds a shuffle on Calist. They need backup to try to take him down. They got to get something back, but CFO are just too far behind. Every effort is not enough. They're trying to exit stage right, but it doesn't matter. Vladdy's made his way into the fight. Beautiful headbutt coming out from Kaiwing to avoid the Fate Sealed. Now Vladdy again, just barely hanging on. The burn keeps ticking, but once more. Okay, we'll see how CFO wants to approach it. Kaiwing in some serious danger. He's just gonna die before anything else can happen, and now the same song's gonna get sung. On this one, Kobe, the only red in this water's about to be blood, and it'll be Oyster blood. If they go anywhere near this thing, Calist and Yike have all the damage they need to secure the objective. The remaining 3 players of KC can zone everybody else away, and CFO's chances have all...
Use it.
Here we go, tier 3 Turbident bottom. That's the first way into the enemy base. It's already cracked. First inhibitor's gonna fall immediately right after. Kana and Kaiwing doing something in the jungle at the same time, but the real story is here in the base. As the inhibitor falls, Calist again, just throwing out these...
They're gonna clean it up, and CFO want to mount their defense at their towers, Flower.
Yep, that's
Gonna be able to
oh yeah.
do a lot of damage here. Looks like they rotate over though. The waves are desynced, so CFO kind of look over. Still not going to be able to deal with Kana though. The onslaught too powerful. 4,000 individual gold lead for him, by the way.
He is just completely head and shoulders above rest in this game. This Jace has really brought the firepower on this one. 6 KP out of the 9 that the team has total. And now with that mid lane inhibitor destroyed, with Junja down, barely hanging on, he gets caught by Yike, who jumps in with the second half of the flail, can't quite get the kill. Rest tries to defend, but it ain't gonna matter. Calist already has the unstoppable streak here as they knock down the CFO top laner. 5v4 for KC as they're on the victory march. That first Nexus turret is about to fall. The second is all the same. Vladdy jumps in. Hongq survives the stasis with only a second, but Doggo will die in his place. Hongq falls next. And KC will be the first team that's not HLE to put a loss.
Your Nautilus has to pair up with your Kindred to go for offensive plays. This is a Junja Doggo dual carry full send team comp here for CFO. Meanwhile, we talk about can the Kindred will go for offensive plays with...
Oh, Yike's gonna get the first blood right here, surely. Just needs one more hit to do it. Beautifully done. KC on the board.
To get away from. They have to be careful. They're going to get collapsed on right here. This is not a good spot for CFO.
This is really dicey. Kaiwing has no flash. Remember, CFO, they want to try to fight this as Galio makes a heroic entrance, but it doesn't even hit anybody on KC's side. Now CFO is trapped inside the pit. The Dragon's got about 2,000 health remaining. It's aggroed over the KC players for now. Junja dropping down. The Wolf right there has to flash back away from some of the incoming damage. Hongq goes into the middle of everybody, but Targamas isn't dead just yet, and Hongq's gonna be first to die. The Dragon is low. It is gonna be claimed by the side of CFO, but they just lost so many. Okay.
Yike has Smite available, but it's an unupgraded Smite.
Okay, so there it is. Actually, all 3 grubs. It was an absolute tragedy for CFO, even though they got it. We'll see what the second looks like as Driver has found himself caught out of position. It's exactly what we said in the
order to get the kill. Plus, you're going to basically trade turret plate money because they got turret plate money on the bottom side. Teleport here. It takes a long time in the early game.
Around farming more plates. He has to know he's just dead here. Surely wants to flash for it, but no, it is not going to matter. Just feels like a wasted summoner spell. They slow him down, they beat him down, a little bit more damage is all they need, and the spear finds...
And get so many more. First of all, secure the grubs for themselves, and then
not quite there. Yeah.
If Yike's Ultimate was fully available, I feel like it would be another huge play.
Well, okay, there it is. Now it's ready to go. Kaiwing's in some danger for the grand entrance over the top. There's the Lamb's Respite to try to keep everybody alive. The turret's still not dead yet. Yike is taken low, but Junja's on the run and he's first to die. It's 2 dead bodies in CFO jerseys. It's KC wanting even more. Kaiwing runs all the way away to 0 game. CFO just have no response.
I mean, when they... Well, Vladdy's going to take a visit here.
Immediately blast Driver for about half his HP. Wants to keep chasing, flashes forward past the explosive cast. Driver just trying to use the fancy feet, but I don't see any way out, man. This is going to be a 9-0 game.
Even Talia running the map right now, and it also gets worse from this point for CFO.
Yeah,
which is...
It sure doesn't get better.
Definitely largest goal difference here.
Oh, Targamas the flash over the wall, immediately follows it up with a crash down Magnet Storm. More help, another Weaver's Wall. Kaiwing low, but he stays alive. Reinforced by Hongq. CFO's bottom lane duo barely holds on with 100 HP each, but now the Herald's been summoned up. Now the tier 1 turret's gonna be forced down. Now the gold lead is
playing with their food at the moment. Driver here has been the food.
Yep, and it looks like he's about to be another heaping helping. The Ignite's still ticking. He does manage to...
Yike throwing up the Amumu tears. I mean, the tournament started with tears for Yike, but now it is ending with...
Doing him pretty good, Coach.
Yeah, and plus your reward for winning this is more experience. You get finals position.
CFO, they wanted to make the move, but KC was ready for the reaction, and now Honkyu's the target. Everybody in KC has arrived to the party, and they don't want just one. Junja's in some danger now as the Unraveled Earth makes it hard to get away. Junja wants to escape over the wall, but Yike with another spike from downtown.
It's a hit. Yike don't miss those. Okay, Targa.
Targamas just setting up another one. That doggo ain't going to heaven, and Kalist is dominating.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
It's true, though. That doggo's going to the fountain flowers.
Yup, that's a black and white screen for the next 20 seconds. Kalist and Yike can just two-man it so easily.
Yeah, and critically, this Otacon will give you permanent power in the flowers, extra experience, and a lot of adaptive force here for them, rather than ultimate are going to come flying through and you don't have a lot of time to work with, but oh no,
oh boy, here he goes again. Don't think he's going to be driving too much further. Does manage to flash away from the Shattering Strike. Targamas with the remount, flashing forward. Wants just a little bit more here. Oh, the Magnet Storm, not quite what he wanted. Doesn't matter. Yike comes crashing down and guarantees it. Vladdy will take the kill on that one. 13-0 now in this second game. Oh, make it 14. Nice shove from Vladdy. Kalist, godlike 7-0-4 on the Kaisa.
All right, will we continue to count here? Looks like everybody else will back off. Just going to be, I would assume, the tower into Dragon here for KC because they have the luxury, unless you're mental, you have to try and regroup for the rest of the series here. Yes, it's going to be must win from here on out for CFO, but, oh man, Driver.
Again, man. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Body slams away for that first shove, but no, I don't think he's getting away, man. They brought everybody yet again. The cast just ends up knocking Kana and Yike forward. Junja does get an explosive fight. They win it, and they just snowball that into a victory. Here in this second game, just from pre-minion spawning all the way back to chunking Honkyu right before massive ocean of red. As Kana finds himself caught out a little bit here on the bottom side of the river, does get knocked back by the explosive cast. Kana will drop, and finally CFO's on the board. Yike wants to get one back there on Junja as Vladdy shows up from behind. Kalist goes legendary as Junja dies, and now another kill comes through for the side of KC. Make it a triple for Kalist. Is it a quadra? March their way over to Baron.
All right, Doggo. Here you go. It's Doggo and a dream. He's got a mystic shot.
That dream might turn into a nightmare, my friend. Vladdy jumps right off the Weaver's wall, and he wants more damage onto that Doggo, but there's the shattering.
Series. With this Baron buff, you have to believe it'll be a quick reset into pushing very deep, and
well, Junja knocked right back into the rock field. Competition, showing up and looking completely lost, completely disjointed, and then just leveling up day after day after day to the point where we're at right now, where they're about to be one game away. I can't even finish this sentence praising them before they get another kill because they're so far ahead. They're up 15,000 gold, and they're about to be one game away from making the finals.
Incredible stuff here with the young players. Actually, 0 deaths on either Vladdy or Kalist. 18 and 19 years old on the international stage, looking to end it. Vladdy was the one that got the seismic shove on the last Driver kill, the most recent one of many, and that's going to be KC.
That's all it takes. Targamas jumping into the back line to the Magnet Storm for the initiation. It's time to pad those stats. There's nothing else to it. CFO falls back onto the steps of the fountain as KC pushes forward to the enemy nexus. A double kill for Yike to round it out, and that'll be KC moving to match point. Side here from this last pick because, okay, we got the Thresh.
I like it because the lantern can be a very useful tool. You know, you're highlighting the pick possibility. Kind of use the hawk shot as a crutch for later. Here's going to be face check.
Yeah, Targamas just walks right into it. Wants to fire off the bone skewer that he started with. He's going to die. That's first blood over to Doggo at 1 minute. Doing it with this quick pace. They were doing it with all this aggressive play. Targamas going in after Honkyu, who jumps back over the wall, flashes away from the follow-up stun potential of the Pike. Oh, nice vault breaker flash from Yike. And again, one grub advantage for CFO.
Yep, Yike got his one with the smite, so don't have to stick around any longer down there.
There we go, 2-1. Nicely done. HLE where he had the 18 kills or whatever as Doggo is now in a little bit of danger, but the lantern pulls him back to safety. Oh, beautiful bone skewer from Targum as he threaded the needle like a magician, but Doggo's still gonna get one back. Callista's in danger. He had to flash to guarantee the kill, and now Kaiwing steps past him to try to get another one back, and there things are going their way here in the first 8.5 minutes, up about 700 gold. So we're off to a decent start for those who want to see more than 3 games.
Has been doing very well in this matchup up on top side into the Renekton. And only thing he has to be worried about is the Nidalee.
Yep.
Nidalee is here now.
It might be exactly what's about to happen. The spear lands on top of the stun. Kana with the flash away. Junja for the flash follow. And he takes him. Body. Doggo continuing to poke with the volleys. As Yike vault breaks forward, immediately going after Doggo. Tons of burst down onto the CFO marksman, but it's not enough to kill him. Kaiwing's the next target as he's executed by Targamas. A beautiful fear coming out from Vladdy, and Honkyu's gonna make his escape. He flashes at the bone skewer, but he's got to keep running. A deadly flourish from a deadly range. Honkyu still just trying to get out of this one as Targamas jumps on top of him, and Vladdy. Dragon still at about 2/3 HP. Junja can kind of just fight this thing forever because he's got the heals that he can spam. Targamas, Yike, and Vladdy gonna go ahead and secure the Scuttlecraft first. Doggo finally makes his way up to the fight. Both top laners ready to teleport in. It should be Kana that arrives slightly earlier, but Rest has also arrived. Now Junja's your target, immediately juggled around, but he turns right back on Yike, and he is down. The Hextech Drake stolen away by CFO. But what about the rest of the fight? Vladdy and Targamas stuck inside the pit. A beautiful bone skewer onto the pipe, and now he's in danger too. Rest goes deep, trying to find the kill on the Kana. Oh, Targamas! Wombo combo just kills 2! Everybody's about to die on CFO, and just when it looked like the light was shining in the darkness, KC secure this Herald, get this bursted down before KC can try to collapse and punish yet again. Doggo finds Callist. Plenty of damage onto him there. The arrow, though, immediately nullified by the cleanse, but it doesn't matter. Doggo has enough damage. Vladdy flashing away to escape any more follow-up.
As he goes for the blast cone there.
Oh, Honkyu gets caught out by Targamas. The stun of the execution. You love to see it as Rest. We're back to live, and he's about to be laid to rest. He barely stays alive thanks to Kaiwing providing the shield. And now Junja jumps in the middle of everybody, and Yike is about to burn down to the Leandries. A little bit more damage is needed. One auto attack to the face gets it done. Yeah, it's one of the most annoying champions in the game to deal with when played well. Junja trying to go for the spear there, doesn't hit it. Targamas though!
Without the rest of the squad coming to save him. Beautiful locket of the Iron Solari actually kept him alive, but we're back at it. Rest has no one to save him this time, Flowers.
Yeah, if you first don't succeed, try.
Ash Arrow, you have to go for some stuff and try and snowball. Oh.
Kaiwing does get hit by the bone skewer. Still should be decently safe for now. Never mind, I'm eating those words, and Kaiwing is eating a public execution. KC pick up another kill, and they're about to stop the dragon stacking of CFO. This is not gonna go the way that it did in game 1 where KC just piled them up. CFO having that tempo slowed down now as Targamas, beautiful hook onto Junja, but he has the stasis to punish Yike instead. Massive turnaround, perfect
here as well.
Okay, Otacon down to 4,000. Yike is still dead for 3 minutes. The Otacon should drop here. They're focus firing it pretty effectively, and there it goes. But double is quite a statement as the arrow shot out onto Vladdy. Immediately, Hongq wants to help out, guarantee the kill, they get it done. Now he's ready to go to Reset City. Population, yike! Double kill over to Hongq, and CFO making plays.
Just as we say, Hongq's gonna have to be the one to do the heavy lifting here. They feed him.
Yeah, Mbessa's a little bit monstrous at this point in the game, but CFO will happily take their 2 kills. Make sure he doesn't get caught by the death sentence. Less than 60 seconds until the next Drake spawn. Critically for KC, because they need to go for the Baron. They've got it down to half, but the curtain call is opened up, and Rest has taken a little bit of a chunk of damage. Kaiwing wanted to go for some kind of a flash engage, but he's not going to get anything he wants. The Baron's been secured, and Rest is scrapping with Kana off to the side. Junja wants to go in to kill Kalist, but he doesn't have the damage to do it himself. Hongq's on a killing spree, and Kana is down. Hongq after Vladdy now, as Kalist tries to escape. Junja's killed him with the burn, and that's a rampage for the CFO jungler.
CFO aren't done yet, baby. That's a Baron. That's going to be the dragon for them as well. They want to push this series further. And they are still only the 2-level lead, but massive, massive stuff.
This feels so much more like the CFO we've been watching for the past run. Look for this team, and it looks so damn good. Baroned up, pushing down mid. They'll knock out the tier 2 turret.
Yike actually the one to go for a pick on Rest.
Yeah, they want to see if they can maybe get the isolated guy here. Arrow flies out from Doggo. Rest with the slice and the dice. Final shot from the curtain call ain't gonna hit nothing. Junja jumps in again. This is the power of having a stasis. You just throw yourself in there, full yeet, and there's your delete. Hongq on a rampage. Yike dead again, and CFO crack the enemy base. They'll take out that tier 3 turret and the inhibitor right behind it. There's no breaks. The war machine keeps going. They've got the wave crashing into the Nexus turrets, and they're starting to put the damage into the first. Junja's gonna take the turret aggro here at the very start. He's stunned up, destroyed before he can ever even use the stasis. Nice shutdown over to Vladdy, but it's not stopping the push as a whole, because CFO, they'll knock down another tier 3, they'll knock down another inhib,
Dragon, so that they can make use of Doggo's insane Ash arrows, but
Yike jumping in there, going for a crazy engage. He thought maybe he and Kana could get the pick on a Hongq, catch him unawares, but it ain't gonna work. Kana's dead now too. All right, Kobe, maybe they don't need the Dragon Soul. Maybe they don't need the Dragon Soul. With that being the state of things, KC thinking, okay, if we give away this soul, there's just no way. Hongq right in the face of Kalist. The 2 youngest players in the tournament, and Hongq comes out on top. The heal enough to keep him alive despite the severing bolt. Vladdy going for another one, but it won't matter. There's only one left alive on KC, and Rest is on the hunt. The volley flies out, the stasis to buy a little bit of time. One more play to bring him back. The fleeing Doggo will not matter, because Hongq can get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to game 4.
Hongq, the 7 constant pushing.
Well, there's the Gnar that I mentioned earlier that also still available this deep into the draft. So Gnar versus Ornn in the top lane, Akali versus Aurora in mid. Who are you giving the edge to in this draft here, you think? The Drake, nice and early. Yike nearby, but hard to close in and try to deal with this guy. Ornhorn summoned up. Driver smacking Kana around a little bit with him, but Kana with a flash behind him to get the better positioning. Now Driver's got to continue running away as the Infernal Drake is already going to be secured by CFO. Kaiwing and Hongq both ready to try to jump in here. It's first blood over to Hongq on the Akali. Oh, not only are they going to get the first Drake, they're going to get the first 3 grubs. There's no accelerated Jace Shock Blast nearby. They're just going to handshake this second spawn of objectives. The Dragons will end up going 1-1, but it'll be a 6-0 grub split for the side of CFO.
Yep. No need to fight that on your resets. You just had a big chunk taken by Hongq. Vladdy finished his Luden's Echo and then teleported back in to force the recall. The other. That's what you get for burning my flash with that gank, huh?
Yeah.
You call jungler. Oh, okay. Well, I called mid laner.
Yeah, here comes Hongq. Sure, he can flip backwards to just get himself closer. Perfect execution, and oh, nice. He tried to juke him from Driver. Joining up with the rest of the squad to try to make a play. Hongq diving in with the Ornhorn in over the top. Junja gonna get the fear. Feat of Warfare claimed as Yike spins in, trying to get something back, but he will not do
teleports. We are not going to answer with Kana's teleport, but they couldn't avoid the engage.
Yike's in some trouble. He gets caught out. He's going to get bursted down. The fear is there, and he's out. beautifully 15 minutes, and KC gonna use the power of this early pressure to at least claim the last of those tier 1 turrets from CFO, but it's another neutral objective going the way of the Oysters.
Yeah, it's just a consolation prize for KC there. The scraps, the turret, getting some money. CFO, the big winners coming out of it, and they're still going to be able to rotate over to bottom. Since Kana's here, it does get difficult to fully commit to it, but Honku cancels his recall. They're gonna.
Yeah, they want to make this happen. This turret has barely any HP left, but Doggo's about to die. Stays alive a little bit longer. They go in hard on Kana. The Between Worlds is not enough damage because of the bailout here just yet. Vladdy gets himself away, and now Junja's in trouble. Vladdy continuing the chase. Extra healing could pay some dividends if he does not get just bursted down very quickly. As Driver ready to summon up the Ornhorn yet again. Beautifully done there from Yike, though, to interrupt the second half of the cast. Now Driver's about to die. He barely holds on.
Solo tower gold for that, and has his teleport and flash ready for the possible counter move.
I've been focusing him whenever they get the opportunity to do so. Driver's here to play spoiler to any potential entry from KC, trying to stop this Drake.
Get rewards for a possible Otacon contest instead, but now they go for Honku.
Honku in some danger, slammed back into the wall. Between Worlds, all the burst down onto him. They want to get the reset. It's not going to happen, but in the back, huge from Junja to pick up 2. Yes, KC might have assassinated the Akali, but the response is an absolute slugger coming out from CFO. Doggo in the front line, going crazy forward after Kalist, but Kalist turns it around, and now Kana's got his Sterix Gauge, keeping him alive. A little bit more damage, a flash from Junja. Kalist is still alive, and now it's Driver having to run interference on that. Doggo just went completely crazy.
Yeah, he was trying to smurf on Kalist, but Kalist...
Aware that this is being attempted by CFO. CFO wants to force it with the power of the Kalista, the double smite to the combo power with the Rend, but the Nocturne blind over the wall goes, yeah, can he do it? No! They will
We've
not.
got a Kalista Rend combo.
This is absolute madness from CFO. Targamas trying to keep everybody's owned away as Driver fires off an Ornhorn. Targamas getting away from it there with a flash, but now Honku has made his way forward as well. Yike, the target, the Wukong trying to escape with a perfect execution, seals his fate. The stasis from Honku. Nice toss into the immediate hostile takeover. CFO just ripped their heads off.
Beast in this game. They are hungry for that game 5.
These Oysters have shark.
Huge stuff. CFO with the Baron, with the Otacon.
Being this massive catalyst, this huge playmaker for KC, he's been set behind and just completely useless.
All right, well, I think there's 0 chance that they do anything about the dragon.
Yeah.
What about our chances of actually making use of this Otacon buff here for CFO, though? Because the timer is going to, wind down fairly quickly here. Dragon Soul just looks like that is forfeit for sure. No way that KC are going to fight into this. Staying with the Ocean Dragon.
All right, here comes the march down top lane. Doggo takes a big chunk of damage, but he'll be happy to heal it right back up. And here goes Driver yet again. Forces out the Ornn engage, but a nice sidestep coming out from Vladdy means he stays safe. Hostile takeover over the top, hits multiple targets, but nobody's dead just yet. Into the back goes Honku, and into the ground goes KC. A double kill over to Honku as Yike, Kana, and Vladdy try to keep themselves alive, but the Nexus turrets are the target. CFO has their eyes on the prize, and KC is scrambling to keep them from it. Driver teleporting back into the enemy base, ready to rejoin for the final mission of this 4th game. The minion wave has arrived. Wing with a beautiful handshake to force the flash away from Kana, and Doggo is on a killing mission yet again. Honku on a rampage. Second Nexus turret headed for the ground, and CFO is headed for game 5. We're going to Silver Scrape.
Honku. That is, okay.
No, okay.
Man. I mean, I don't get like super excited for Jenna, but way more excited than a Yuumi.
I mean, it's hard to be excited for Yuumi usually, but this is the ancient forbidden
2 with that ward, and they saw him wiggling around.
Oh, but down here, CFO Yike is ready and waiting for him. Over the wall. There goes the Zeri, but a nice bramble smash right on back. Doggo's in danger. It's first blood over to make sure that his mid laner does not drop there. Some aggressive play in the mid lane results in Vladdy having to use his flash. The neutral objectives, one for one team, one for the other. Dragon early for KC. Remember, this was massive in them getting their first win back in that super slow game one, stacking up to clear a wave that was crashing into this turret on the reset of his bot lane. And Kalist and Targamas, it looks like they're gonna bring Yike down here, see if they can clear this out. Driver in some danger, hops one barrel immediately. Kalist with the apotheosis. And there it is again.
So what did you expect?
Okay, well, that's
I'm not going to tell the whole thing. You know, you're going to have to Google it if you want to look it up. But that's the
that's fair. That's fair. Driver got stung too.
That's the end of it. The Scorpion stings him. Surprise. Yep, Driver getting
in from the Jax. In Junja and Honkyu are both ready immediately to go after Kana here. Pops the counter strike nice and early. Now they want to try to go after him. Junja immediately slams him into the wall with the Yishal impact. They need more damage to get it done. The Impale is there. Junja drags him out of the turret range in time, while Doggo and Kaiwing are defending on the other side of the map. It's Yike again, trying to make something happen, but the lightning crash is already down. There goes the Yuumi ulti on top right. Responds with the barrel for that fast, snappy trading pattern. And it looks like CFO will take control over the bottom side river. KC does not want anything to do with the fight, at least stacked either way. And I feel like this does help the side of CFO because of the fact that they're drafting more of this scaling type stuff like you're talking about. It's the other three roles for the side of CFO. And KC wants to put the pain here onto the tier 1 turret. Nice shockwave on a Kalist from Honkyu, but nobody else is here in time. Jinja trying to go in with the Ishtal impact. But he can't close the gap in time. Goes forward, beautiful use of the Skarner ulti as Doggo doesn't have the damage to kill off Kalist, but surely the tree will get chopped.
He's out.
Junja trying to keep following as now Vladdy has the opportunity to put damage into the tier 1 turret over in the mid lane, but a TP is going to bring Honkyu back instead. Now he's point blank range with the Corki, needs a little bit more damage, tries to get away, flashes out of the extra big one, and now Vladdy's behind enemy lines. Honkyu's still alive. The tier 1 turret is going to die, but at the same time, Driver killed one on the top side first, so it's first turret.
of the map no longer available to them as we look towards the Rift Herald. All 5 members of CFO are coming, by the way.
Yike and Junja are both standing by the Herald. Targamas and Kalist are here. The Shockwave doesn't find anything, and Honkyu could be in some trouble. Targamas down to 40% HP now, as well as Junja's here on the front line. The gangplank ulti up the top, a lot of damage down to Honkyu as Kalist and Kana trying to go in, but Kalist is already down! That's the most fed player! Junja dragging Vladdy into the range of everybody else as well, and Doggo is!
At the same time, that fight gives you multiple objectives. This is huge. Junja on the Skarner Flowers. Insane.
He is disaster. But now, Kobe, allow me to direct thine eyes down to the scoreboard, because it's now the Zeri. And then Captain jacked him from the third-person perspective.
Yeah,
it was beautifully done. Junja showing up down here in the bot lane now. Kana's kind of a hard target to dive. Still moving forward towards him here. Ooh, swing and a miss on the Impale. Let's see if Doggo can get it done instead. Yeah, okay, I can't even finish the sentence. That's Zeri now with 2 fully completed items. Very, very intimidating stuff as KC gonna use their Herald up here on the top side, force down that tier 1 turret. It's KC now with 3 turrets to 2. Doggo's about to equalize that, but KC's sticking around. They're gonna at least get a second charge out of this one as Driver is the one here to defend. Herald taken out as the Gangplank ulti is summoned up. The Cannon Barrage rains down. It's only gonna force King Gold lead over Kana's Jax in game number 5. Vladdy and Kana doing a good job breaking those barrels, and now Driver's gotta get away. Counter-strike is gonna land. Driver immediately cleansing the stun on that one. Lands another barrel. Tries to put a little bit more damage back onto the Jax, but now he's overplayed it a little bit as Honkyu trying to stop the recall there of Vladdy. Honkyu might have him, but it might go wrong the other way. Honkyu about to die, but he stays alive thanks to the Yuumi. Now Junja and Doggo. It's another double for the Zeri, but the trade is the Otacon on the other side of the map.
It's the Flower Otacon too. The perma-stats here for KC. The bonus experience. Needlay here. They're going to farm the flowers, but they lost 2 on the top side from the CFO baits. 2 baits.
Playmaking potential in these river corridors, being able to charge through so many walls at so many different angles.
Yeah, it's critical. The Skarner ultimate into short range like the Neela.
But look at Kana. He's behind. He's wrapping around. This might be a pincer attack. If CFO's not ready for this, and Kana jumps over the wall, immediately insta-stuns Doggo. Hongq's gonna be there first though. Hongq's gonna die here at the very start. They pop the enemy mid laner. KC might just have themselves the fight they're looking for. They're sticking around trying to fight for the Drake instead. Lightning crashes, the Cloud Drake is slain. Doggo's moving forward. He goes in after Targamas, but now he's gonna be bursted down. He nearly dies. Massive kill coming in as Junja tries to do something in the back end, but KC have just found an absolutely huge turnaround. Beautifully done to catch Hongq. Kana standing and delivering when he absolutely had to, and CFO are ace.
It's a clean ace at that! No KC member drops! They immediately get to pushing down mid lane! Kana's gonna destroy this secondary tower! Huge KC!
Yeah, this could seriously end the game one way or the other.
It's gonna be a 4v5 at Baron. Kalista staying on that dragon.
Yeah, Kalista's still all the way down there. The Baron's not dropping especially fast though. Kalista has the dragon down now. Honestly, CFO's gambit doesn't pay off. KC feeling good about this one. Driver ends up getting rooted up. Eats the orange, but still loses half HP. Baron is still angry. Driver with the flash over the wall. Kana might find himself another kill, but he might find himself in a bad spot too. CFO forced back with their top laner gravely injured as KC begin the Baron. Now Driver can go back. He can teleport to rejoin the fight and make sure that he can contribute. The Baron again, not dropping super fast, but CFO have to be ready. Doggo's got the Yuumi attached to him, and he's gonna step forward now with Kai Wing ready to rock. Junja swoops in through the side, and Kana's ready for the flank yet again. Nobody on CFO is watching for him just yet. It's a massive grab! They've managed to find Kalist! He's already down, and now they're taking the rest of the fight. Vladdy's trying to get away. Doggo dies, but he takes Vladdy with him. Kana's in the middle of everybody. He might just be the hero they need. Driver is so low. Junja is so low. A double kill over to Kana. The hero of France is the Jax today. KC's top laner refuses to lose.
That's the ace, and that's gonna be the Baron for KC. They've done it again. What a fight!
Down 5,000 gold. They do not have a dragon soul they can claim. They do not have anything to do but dig in and defend as KC close in on the bottom lane tier 3 turret.
CFO trying to clear the waves, the Baron-empowered waves. Jax is at the tower. Junja.
Kana might be in a bad spot here. Junja, nice use of the impale there, catches the Jax, but he's just so damn tanky they can't kill him. Kana gets away. Not just yet though. The shockwave lands from Hongq to finalize the
Another
kill.
one.
The tier 3 turret down in the bottom lane at the same time. Below. They're going after Kalist. They see the carry. Over the wall goes Junja. He wants Kalist right now. They know if they kill this guy, it could be seriously huge. Kalist at the apotheosis trying to stay alive, but the patience on the impale is enough. Doggo takes him down. KC has lost their AD carry, but again, they have stopped the dragon soul. 3-3 on the Drakes.
They should push bot. They should push bot. You should at least need to make them pay for this with a tower. KC, even though they lose Kalist, like you say, they get another dragon. They stop another soul. CFO, though, they have to make them pay more. It's just one kill and a secondary tower here. That's some gold.
Doggo's looking for the chance to go in on Vladdy. He skates over the wall, but Vladdy with a bout can get away in time. Now in the meantime, it's Kana going after Hongq again. Just like last time in the bot side river, this might be what makes the difference here in the game. Junja on the front line, slams Yike back into the wall. Hongq's in danger, goes into stasis to stay alive, but Junja's gonna be killed up first. Kalista into the back line, Doggo's about to die. That's it, that's gonna be the game. KC just ace for one. That will do it. They started off so strong. Their opponents took them the distance, but it does not matter. This is their first international tournament. It will be their first international finals appearance. They will bring Europe to an international final for the first time in 5 years. KC, take the win.
When the pressure is on, ice in their veins, they stand up and they deliver.